Good evening, everybody. So I've just got back from a camping trip over the weekend, and I took a mini keg with me of a pale ale that I made using some Wai Iti hops, and realised that I only had a couple of bottles of that left, and being a pretty much a single hop beer, it wasn't purely Wai Iti in it because it's quite a low AA hop, so there was a bit of probably Magnum, I think, in it for bittering. Yeah, it had some Magnum in it for bittering, but all the flavour and aroma hops were Wai Iti, so I thought this would be another good beer to do a quick hop review video on, to talk about. So another New Zealand hop to follow on from the Rawaka brew that we did, and well, something a little bit different anyway, so not a huge number of people are aware of this one. Here it is in the bottle. You can already see there's some really nice clarity on that, so I keep banging on about the Cross My Loof Pale Ale yeast. This is another one that used that, and yeah, tends to give really nice clear beers like that. Wai Iti Hops, so just looking at some of the description on the New Zealand hops website, so nzhops.co.nz. Fine aroma hop with fresh peaches and apricot characters, within a weight of essential oils, whatever that means. So selectors comment on the intensity of aromas. Freshly squeezed limes with top notes of mixed citrus are the standouts in a heady blend of essential oils. That doesn't sound very much like the first description in terms of peaches and apricots, so that's kind of stone fruit, and then they're talking about citrus underneath it. Yeah, so used in lagers and ales where its character builds to develop an excellent finishing bitterness and drinkability. Fresh peaches and stone fruit dominate the aroma in single hop beers, and also when combining with other varieties as late addition. That's what they're saying about it. Alpha acids 2.5 to 3.5%, so pretty low. AA, they reckon it's got 1.6 mils of oil per 100 grams, which I think that's quite a lot, I guess. Not any particular essential oil that's dominating there, so humulene is the main one. I can't quite remember what the dominant sort of flavour is from that particular essential oil, but is it myrcene or myrcene, which I know is the one that you tend to get a lot of in citrus hops, is quite low at 3%, so again that kind of goes against a little bit the description of it being quite citrusy. Anyway, I'm jabbering on, so let's pour this beer and have a look at it. Whoops, managed to spill a little bit there. Nicely carbonated. Let's lift it up here so you can actually see what's going on. Leave it there because it's bottle conditioned. I think I did get a little bit of the yeast stirred up there, but as you can see it's still pretty clear. Nice bit of fizz there, a few bubbles coming up the glass. Let's have a little sniff of the aroma. It is quite subtle. The description on the website does mention that it's actually a granddaughter of Liberty hops, which are derived from Hallertau, I think. And yeah, it says underneath that actually it's derived from 1/3 Hallertau Mittelsruhe. So definitely some noble hop heritage in this one. The aroma is quite subtle, so it's not surprising to me that it is a kind of related to noble hops. Wakatu, which is another sort of Hallertau New Zealand Hallertau related hop is similar in terms of sort of the pungency level, it being quite mild, I think. I forgot to actually talk about what I was smelling there, didn't I? So it is mild, floral. I think there is a kind of peachy smell to it, so a kind of maybe a tinned peach, slightly perfumey, kind of blossomy type smell. Don't really get any citrus personally. Yeah, not getting any of that kind of lime zest or whatever that is talked about on the description. Taste wise, it's just yeah, it's a nice kind of crisp pale ale. The taste for me has a little bit more of the they mentioned apricot in the description, I do get a bit of that. Nice bitterness, quite mellow, not too sharp. Floral, again, it's a bit of a cliche sort of thing to say for a description of hop, but it does have quite a flowery taste to it. But again, in terms of the overall character of it, it's quite a subtle hop. I used in this one, I think, about 80 grams in total for the flavour and aroma additions. It was a smaller batch, so 15 litres, so I guess that's about the same as using about 100 grams in a 19 or 20 litre batch, so reasonable level of hopping on there. The beer doesn't taste quite as potent in terms of hop character as you might expect for that amount of hops, certainly if you're using something a bit more pungent like a Citra or an Amarillo, so it's a little bit more subtle, but in a good way. It's nice. I think if you really wanted to bring out the flavour of the hop, you might want to go a little bit bigger on the hop additions for this one if you're using it as a single hop beer. It tastes like something that does work quite well in a pale ale to me, but maybe more a kind of golden or English ale style as opposed to an American pale ale, where you're really looking for that big hop flavour. So I probably wouldn't look at using that in anything like an IPA on its own, but maybe, yeah, light ales, golden beers, blonde ales, that sort of thing. Might work quite nice in a wheat beer actually, I think, again with that noble hop heritage. Yeah, some sort of Hefeweizen or a wheat beer perhaps might be nice, or a American style wheat beer. That could be quite good if you want to use a bit more hops in it. Yeah, nice. I think probably for me, if I was going to use it again, I would look at combining it with something else just to boost it up a little bit and give it a little bit more dimension in terms of flavour. But pretty good overall, and yeah, some of the description there, I think it is definitely living up to the peach and kind of stone fruit flavours, but in quite a subtle kind of way. But for me, not really getting the citrus that they're talking about there, so I'm not getting any. Am I getting any citrus? If there is any, it's very subtle, and when people talk about citrus hops nowadays, you're really thinking about your, you know, Citra, Cascade, Amarillo, those sort of things, where it's a very obvious flavour. For me, that's not an obvious kind of flavour in that one. It's more the floral and stone fruit flavours that are dominating that one, personally. So yeah, but that's perfectly nice beer. Would brew with them again, I think, but I don't think I'll go out of my way to be buying any just yet. There's far too many different hops for me to try out in the meantime. But if you've got some, yeah, pale ales, summery type English ales, golden ales, that sort of stuff should work well. If you're using it as a single hop, I think go pretty big on your additions in terms of size, and consider adding something else in just to boost up the character of this one. So Wai Iti Hops, cheers. I hope that's helpful to some of you. Be back with another review soon. See you later.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or Duder or, you know, El Duderino.